Breaking news, the Minecraft Caves and Cliffs update has been delayed. So like you, finding out this information for the first time, I was massively disappointed. But after taking the time to read the article, which is down below, I totally understand and respect the Minecraft developers' decision on doing this. So it starts with this. The official Minecraft Twitter account posted this, saying from the highest peaks to the deepest caves, the Caves and Cliffs update is more ambitious than anything we've done before. To make sure we can truly live up to the community's excitement, we've unfortunately had to adjust our development timeline. Is it weird that I kinda expected this to happen? Now, the Minecraft Caves and Cliffs update is going to be the biggest update that Minecraft has ever seen introduced to the game. Introducing new cave systems, introducing new height limit, and also introducing the new negative limit. So the article starts off with this: a Caves and Cliffs announcement. Important news about Minecraft's next big update. Ever since we announced the Caves and Cliffs update at Minecraft Live, we've been delighted to see your reactions. From valuable feedback to exquisite fan art, we didn't think the axolotl could get any cuter, but you proved us wrong again and again. We know that this is a highly anticipated update. It's also the most ambitious one we've ever developed, and we're striving to deliver as much fun content as possible without compromising on quality. However, due to the ambitious level of this update and the current state of the world, we found it difficult to deliver on this promise. While sticking to our original timeline, since giving you the best update possible is our priority, we have decided to split Caves and Cliffs into two parts. The first part is coming this summer, while the second is planned for release around the holiday season. So just to make it clear, we are going to see Caves and Cliffs split into two updates. One of them will be coming either like May, June, July, August. The other one is going to be most likely around about November or December time. So I do have a video here, which is an explanation coming from Agnes and Henrik. These are two huge developers for Minecraft, so please take the time to watch it.
Hello, I'm Agnes, and today Henrik and myself will talk a bit about the Caves and Cliffs update and why we have split it into two releases. And we hope that we will be able to clarify some things around the split as well. So the Caves and Cliffs update will be released in two different parts. So one is a summer release and the other one is a holiday release. So that one will be released end of this year. There are three main reasons for us to split the update in two. The first one is quality, the second one is technical complexity, and the third one is super important, and it's team health. To ensure quality, we have decided to release some of the features in the Caves and Cliffs update in holiday instead. And this is because, for us, the most important thing is always to just deliver as much player delight as possible. And we have realized that if we don't release some of the features, the more complex features in holiday, there's a risk that they will not be in a good enough quality, and then it will just not be an as great experience. And of course we always want to just provide you with the best possible experience.
Hi, I'm Henrik. As Agnes mentioned, one of the reasons why we're splitting this update into two is because of technical challenges. This update is huge. We are changing the very shape of the world in Minecraft, adding massive mountains, epic caves, and changing the height of the world in order to fit these things. This is tricky. It touches the core of how the world is generated. It's also tricky for performance reasons because there's just more going on when the world is higher. So we've decided that we don't want to rush this. We want to make sure that we give this the time it deserves. While at the same time, we realize that there's a bunch of features that don't involve changing the way the world is generated. So we decided to split it and put those parts in the summer update and then put the world generation parts in the holiday update.
Team health is something that's very important for us. With the Caves and Cliffs update, we realized if we're gonna release all the features in the summer, we would have to crunch a lot, and we shouldn't, and we don't want to force anyone to work overtime. We also want to acknowledge that we all are living in a pandemic right now, and we know that many have been affected by that. So it's much better to make sure that the team feel as good as possible and are as happy as possible, because then we can be happy and be creative and create a good game.
So how exactly are we going to split the features across the two updates? In the first update for the summer, we're going to focus on the blocks and the mobs, and not so much world generation. So blocks would include biome blocks such as drip leaf, pointed dripstone, glowberries, and some building blocks such as deep slate, etc. And mobs will include the axolotl and the goat and the glow squid. Most of the world generation is in part 2, but there'll be a little bit in part 1 as well, such as generation of copper, geodes, things like that. The second part is all about world generation. So that's where you'll find, for the holiday update, the new caves, the new mountains, and the new world height, as well as the actual placement of the biomes. And the reason why we're doing it that way is because the technical challenges I mentioned are mostly all about world generation. So that's where we want to give it more time to make sure we get it right. Plus, it makes sense to put all the big world gen changes into one update to make it easier from a player perspective when you're going to upgrade your world.
For us, it's very, very important to be respectful to old worlds. And that's of course true for the Caves and Cliffs update as well. So you will be able to update your world both to the summer update and to the holiday update, and there should be no problems. And I mean, this is super important for me as well. I think my world is more than 10 years old, and I will get so upset if I couldn't play on it. So yeah, definitely you will be able to play on your old worlds, and you will be able to continue to play on them for many, many more years. Regarding testing holiday features in the snapshots and betas. So that is still possible. However, we have turned them off. Like the default is that they are turned off, but you can turn them on so you can continue to test them and provide feedback for us, because we want to continue to get feedback, because we will continue to develop these so we can release them in the holiday. So you can read in the description of the video how you turn those features on in the snapshots and betas. So there is one feature that is postponed even like after the holiday release, and that's archaeology. And the reason is that archaeology is a complete new system, which is very exciting, but that means that we really want to give it the time it deserves so we can make it fun, inspiring, delightful, and Minecrafty. So therefore, it's postponed.
When I was fiddling around with drip leaf, tweaking it, I noticed that I couldn't stop playing with it, and I started calling in my kids, and we were goofing around and laughing. And one thing we've learned in the team is that when you can't stop testing a feature, then you know you're onto something. And a lot of features in this update are like that. So I really hope you're going to enjoy it as much as we are.
So the summer update is very focused on mobs and blocks, and I'm so happy that you actually will be able to get almost all the biome blocks in survival, even in the summer update. So myself, I'm already like, oh, it's okay, I'm gonna find a moss block, and then I'm gonna boom it, so I get all the vegetation blocks from the lush caves, and then I can build, a park in my realm or a fancy garden. So yeah, I really hope that all of you also will be inspired by these blocks and mobs, and will be able to just have a lot of fun and be very creative even during the summer. And we are very happy that we actually can release quite many of the features already in the summer, because we know that many of you have more time to play games in the summer, and then we want to be able to actually give you something new so you can have just extra fun when playing Minecraft in the summer as well. And we really, really hope that all of you are as excited as we are about the summer release, and that the wait for the holiday release is worth it. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and yeah, see you soon.
So after watching that video, yes, it does suck. I agree with you, it sucks. I hate waiting, but honestly guys, I feel like I'm totally fine with it, and I think this is going to be the best possible outcome. We've never seen an update like this introduced to Minecraft, and I feel like this is bigger, it's better, it's the biggest game-changing update we have ever seen in Minecraft. But we are also going to have part of the update that will be released very, very soon. That's mainly going to be things like mobs, so I'm guessing axolotl, glow squid, and goats, along with some of the cave side. So I think he said the geodes, which is where you get the crystals, and like the copper related things, so the ore related things, they will be available in the summer release. I feel like the only disappointing thing here is a lot of people probably won't make a brand new world from the summer update. They're highly likely gonna wait for the end of year update, which means we have both the world gen changes as well as the mobs. The rest of the article then goes on to say, we know this news is disappointing to many of you, but there are several reasons for this change. Firstly, we strive to deliver the most polished experience possible, and including all the caves and cliffs features in the summer update would have meant compromising on quality. And even though occasionally bugs are a reality of game development, we want this update to be an amazing experience, not wreak havoc on your meticulously crafted worlds. Because of the magnitude of this update and the dramatic changes it brings to the overworld as a whole, there are also significant technical challenges we need to overcome before certain parts of the update are ready to ship. Take the completely revamped world generation, which affects all the caves and mountains in Minecraft. With this feature, we are completely reshaping the overworld, including the build height. Not only do we have to consider every effect this can have on the world, but also how it will affect performance. Basically, having more stuff in the game also slows it down, and we want to avoid that. Final part then goes on to say, technical considerations aside, we also prioritize our team's health. We've come to realize that to ship all the features in the summer, we would have had to work very long hours, and even then, there would have been no guarantee that everything would be finished on time. Lastly, working from home as we cope with the pandemic is still challenging, not just in terms of moral, but also by hindering teamwork. Because our workflow is so complex and collaborative, not having the option to walk up to someone and ask them for help makes everything take longer. This was not an easy decision, and we're also disappointed that some really exciting features are only coming later. Still, it's the best possible choice to keep our team healthy, happy, and able to deliver awesome updates for many years to come. We will be doing some deep dives into the summer update over the coming weeks. But for now, we can tell you that the first part will focus on some cute and fun mobs, cool items, new blocks. There's also a lot to look forward to. And we are working as hard as we can to bring you the entire Caves and Cliffs experience. So honestly, the negatives massively outweigh the positives there. And overall, I'm totally okay with them taking this long. They need to take as long as they can because, again, we are still dealing with the pandemic. A lot of the Minecraft developers are still working from home. I don't want them working ridiculous amount of hours because if they were to deliver for the summer release, that would mean that we would be missing a lot of features from the game. Just to give you a quick roundup, one thing I forgot to mention is that the archaeology side of the Caves and Cliffs update has been postponed. It will not make the summer release, it will not make the holiday release. It's more than likely going to be introduced in a separate update, which is kind of sad because it was something unique to Minecraft. There was going to be 2 updates, one releasing in summer and also one releasing in the holidays. The reasons for this is down to quality. They are worried that if they release them too soon, it will ruin the quality and expectations of this update. Reason 2, the complexity of this update. This update touches the core of how Minecraft actually works, so they need longer. Number 3 is team health. They've been working insane hours to try and deliver on this update, and it's just simply not possible. The summer update will be combined of blocks and mobs. They did confirm blocks such as the drip leaf, pointed dripstone, glowberries, and some building blocks like deep slate. We will see the introduction of the axolotl mob, goat, and glow squid. We will see copper and those generating in the worlds along with the geodes. And the holiday update, the main focus is going to be caves, mountains, the new world height, and how biome placement will work. And that's pretty much the roundup. Curious on your opinions down below, but that is the information I have for you today. So take care, stay beautiful. Article is down below in case you want to read it again, and I will catch you all in the next video. Goodbye.